Good morning, wives. We are here for day number 7 of Wife After God, drawing closer to God and to your husband. So, day 7 is called Marriage is to Make You Holy. And I love how she makes that title, right? Because we've been talking about this, right? Like, marriage is the relationship that shapes us the most, that molds us the most, that brings us the most opportunity, really, to grow and be shaped by God, right? And this is exactly what this is about. This is exactly what today's devotional is about. The verses for today is Colossians 2, 6 and 7, Romans 6:22, and Galatians 5:17. I'm going to let you read on your own today. And it talks about how we said yes to Jesus. So we have all this freedom, we have all this holiness, we have all of this amazing new nature, right? That it's after God. However, there are habits that we have created throughout our life. Even if you were born Christian, you were born Christian, but you were born into a God of your parents. The moment that you choose to say yes to God as your God, then that relationship shifts, that relationship changes, right? And the more awareness we have of God, the more that relationship deepens, right? So, anyways, the point is that we have a nature of Christ. We no longer have the sinful nature that we used to. That nature died with Jesus when we said yes to Him, and a new nature was resurrected, right? Which is the nature of Christ. And that's who we are, that's our identity. And we have built habits throughout life because we live in a fallen world that are sinful habits. There are habits that are not aligned with God's heart and desire for our marriage, right? So I don't believe that there is sin struggling in us. I believe that sin is struggling against us and against our nature in God, right? So, anyways, the point is that there is a struggle, right? Because we live in a fallen world. So, it is up to us every single day to take the responsibility of that choice that we have to make. Are we going to choose righteousness? Are we going to choose what's easier and perhaps sometimes even more pleasant to our flesh, right? Because at the end of the day, we know what righteous is because we have the nature of Christ, right? But the more we ignore that nature, the more we ignore the Holy Spirit, the easier it is to go on the wrong path. And sometimes that wrong path has been justified for so long in our lives that we don't even realize it's wrong anymore. It's hidden from ourselves. So, anyways, that's in a nutshell my perspective of today's devotional. And I invite you to read the verses on your own, to read it on your own, and really format your own take from it, okay? And I would love to hear it. All right, so there is a prayer here for us, and there is a challenge. Let your wedding ring be a reminder to pray for our husband. It says, let your wedding ring, a precious metal that endured refining fire and was crafted into a perfect, unending circle, serve as a reminder to you to pray for your marriage. If you do not have a wedding ring, let your finger be that reminder, okay? But I believe that as women, most of us wear a wedding ring, right? And I don't know about you, but my wedding ring is a little bit loose on my finger, so I'm always adjusting because I have this ring that fits inside this one. So I'm always adjusting the ring in my hand because it fits, the outer ring fits a little bit looser than the little one, right? So I'm always adjusting it in my hands, So imagine if every time I'm adjusting my ring and touching my ring, it reminds me to pray for my marriage. I love this challenge today, because I think that we look and feel and adjust and touch our rings very often, right? Because it is an accessory that's always in our hands, right? And it's not part of us, but it is in our hands, right? All the time. So anyways, I love the challenge to use it as a reminder to pray for our husbands and our marriage every single time we look at it, every single time we touch it, every single time we adjust it, every single time. Yeah, I love that. All right, so there are some journal questions here as well. And number 1 is, in what ways are you sanctified or set apart as a wife? Number 2, what transformations are you currently experiencing as a Christian or as a wife? And number 3, how can you respond to your husband differently, knowing that the trials you face together have a potential to produce transformation in your marriage? I love those questions. I love the verses for today. Please take your time to read them, to meditate on them, and to answer those questions. I would love to hear from you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.